Maybe in the news tomorrow. Here's Aaron Klein.
So, remember when we were told that they were going to find Russia collusion, which means that Donald Trump was conspiring with our foreign adversary to steal an election? Didn't happen. Then we were told, well, at least there was the possibility here of obstruction, even though you have the President of the United States who legally could have fired the special counsel at any time, and yet didn't, and yet totally allowed them carte blanche to basically see and take anything. Tens of thousands of documents, hundreds of hours of testimony, zero obstruction, and anybody with a law degree, or really a high school diploma or less, kindergarten student might even understand that. So now the new key phrase is exoneration. Donald Trump was not exonerated, which is how desperate they have become, that they have now invented a new standard that does not exist in criminal law. It's called exoneration. You're either charged or you're not. There is no such thing as exoneration. There's no way the Mueller report could have exonerated anyone, because that's not the point here. The point is to investigate and either to charge or not. And they didn't, because there's no collusion. In fact, they say it outright. They outright say in the Mueller report that Mueller did not write, we now know, no U.S. person colluded with or conspired with Russia in their alleged interference campaign. No member of the Trump campaign colluded or conspired. It's right there in black and white, and they know it. So now the key word is exoneration. Continuing right now with Joshua Klein as we watch the Democrat Party in total chaos, total disaster for them. But there are still major questions here. Exoneration that they're trying to make up. But this also goes to the media and the way that they're trying to spin it. Comey and his implications and his fingerprints in some of this. So now they're talking about exoneration, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, they promised us this was going to be literally the blockbuster movie of the summer. If this was the blockbuster movie of the summer of the Mueller report, then I guess it, flopped pretty badly in the box office. If anything, then I would assume that the book did a lot better than the movie. And you literally even had CNN, I believe, even going back to Saturday night or Sunday, starting to hype this up. They even had a countdown clock. Panelists and analysts, this is going to be, the knockout blow. This is going to be, the start to Trump's, downfall, impeachment. It was, played up beyond belief by them. And then, of course, during the hearing itself, their screenshot, what they had for most of the day was, their main headline that they only could take away from this was, and which was already in the report and ridiculous, which we'll get into, was literally, quote, Trump not exonerated. That was, their big, bombshell, which is utterly insane. I mean, I can't even believe we're talking about this. I mean, it's not Western law. It's not the special counsel's job to conclusively, determine if Donald Trump is innocent or to exonerate him. I mean, this is the bedrock principles, literally, of our justice system, the presumption of innocence, and it exists for everyone, as much as they might not, like that, but it does, and even for the President of the United States of America. So the fact that this was even in the report is outrageous, and again, the fact that I don't believe that Mueller even wrote this report and is not familiar with what is in it, and he was actually even excoriated about this and asked about it, and he literally, I felt bad for him. He was just sitting there kind of with this look on his face of confusion. I don't even know if he knew that this was in there, this exoneration statement. He had nothing to say. That was CNN's, made headline, because they were knocked out earlier in the day, and this goes to show you again his unfortunate state of mind. And this was like one of the big questions, was he not, prosecuted, did he not prosecute President Trump because of the OLC opinion? And originally, Mueller actually confused it, and he said that was the case. Side note, even though he told Bill Barr 3 times with his aides in the office on 3 different occasions that if not for the OLC opinion, he still would have not indicted him. So it was well documented. And then he had to, I guess his on because it was all over the television, and this was in between the break between the Judiciary and the Senate and the Intel Committee, and that was an exchange between him and Ted Lieu, and that got literally exploded everywhere that really was the case, and that Mueller, Bill Barr, then really was lying, and he was Trump's personal lawyer, and this was going to be huge if that were true. But unfortunately, came the second part of the hearing for the mainstream media, and it turned out not to be true, and he had to correct himself and state explicitly that was not the case, and that he would not have prosecuted him, and it had nothing to do with just the OLC opinion. So, and that was like one of their biggest hopes. So that was like really dashed. So all they had to go on was this inversion of our judicial system and everything we stand for. Trump not exonerated, which literally is insane. It means absolutely nothing. And then you have Adam Schiff, who was the head of the Intel Committee, who literally for almost 2 years now, he was a regular, of course, on CNN going on there. I believe it was him. He personally said that he has personal information that conclusively, will prove that the president, committed, serious acts of, treason. And that's the type of words that were being used here. And that was the accusation that was being made. And I know that we mentioned it before. And, never in the history of this country that I'm aware of has a sitting president been accused of treason. I mean, treason is, you could be killed for treason, hanged for treason. I mean, that's aiding and abetting an enemy in wartime, and that's what he was being accused of. So I think you can understand, and that's where Bill Barr came from when he ultimately, after Mueller punted on actually his mission, which was either, make a prosecution or a decline, and that's it. It's one of the two. There is no in between. There's no, I couldn't exonerate him. So Bill Barr obviously looked at, this pathetic evidence of these 10 cases and determined that, of course, there was insufficient evidence to even go forward with an obstruction case. But going back to, Schiff, who, promised us, all this information, which obviously turned out to be a dud. This is the same, Shifty Schiff, who literally got punked on a call from Russian pranksters. I believe it's some, some Russian radio shows like Shock Jocks. They called in. They pretended that they had, videotapes on Trump, and he even did it with a little bit of a Russian accent. Schiff, he's like, so you have the compliment. If you could send that over, and we'll have our staff, getting in touch with you. They were literally kind of laughing even in the background.
No, the whole thing is a joke from start to finish. But the thing is, it's not a joke. They committed crimes, and this can never happen again, which is why the time has come to take, including some of our reporting, by the way, and for the Justice Department to do what they are doing right now, which is looking with a fine-tooth comb at this whole thing from start to finish, and then we can start to drain the swamp. Stay tuned.
עוברים לדום ברחובות